Well, Klaus, we've just finished the KPMG BEMA Tax Conference here in sunny London, in the UK. You lead the international tax practice for KPMG in Germany. And yesterday, I caught you talking with a number of clients about the need for appropriate tax planning in today's global environment. It was a fascinating conversation that I caught the end of. What were some of the key themes you were talking about?
Yeah, thanks, Rodney. And indeed, I think, first of all, it might make sense to set the term right, because I have the impression that, especially in the recent years, the term tax planning is somewhat misunderstood by a lot of people. Many would say that any tax planning is somewhat aggressive and means tax avoidance, means unfair tax evasion. But indeed, I think in the new world order, right after BEPS, and especially if you take a look at BEPS 2.0, which comes up, the need for proper tax planning is even more necessary, even more given than prior to that. And that is, I'm not talking about creating white income, creating tax avoidance at all. I'm talking about the general average tax rate that you probably find in the world, which is maybe roughly 25%, maybe even lower than that. And I think many companies will nonetheless end up with a tax rate above the 25%. That means they face situations where they pay double taxes, or where they simply cannot deduct expenses, even though in general they should be allowed to deduct those expenses. So that is what I'm referring to when I'm talking about tax planning. I think about means to make it happen for clients that they achieve the proper tax rate and not more than that, because that in my view is also something which is necessary if all the stakeholders for a company are brought in. And I think especially the stakeholders, like the shareholders or also the employees, they would say, why would we pay more taxes than necessary? So that's, in my view, the proper interpretation of tax planning these days.
Well, it's an interesting point you make. Tax planning is just as vital today when you've got so many countries around the world changing their laws so fast. Taxpayers are just stuck with double or triple taxation and losing the ability to claim relief for bona fide business expenses. It's a great reminder that tax planning is just as important today as it ever was. Thank you, Klaus.
You're welcome. Thanks.